Welcome back to another episode of the Lunchtable Podcast. This is going to be our third episode, and unfortunately, we did a disservice to a couple of community members, and I would like to shout them out right here, right now. Ashley, who made our logo, our wonderful, wonderful logo, with a bunch of my shit in her ear talking. Whatever. A bunch of me shit talking in her ear about the damn logo.
All the nitpicking, all the color choices
that you could
have come up with.
I know, bro. Whatever. She put up with it, so I'm grateful. And Christian, obviously, he go through all this editing bullshit while we just talk about bullshit. And so we also really grateful for that because we would not be able to do any of this shit without like a lot of the people who are helping us. So that's my shout out, and I'm ready to get into today's episode.
Alright.
What we doing?
Alright, I had this epiphany, if you will.
Epiphany? Oh shit, I already like it.
I was in the train station, right? Or at the gym too, bro.
Oh, is this what you told us about the bum who said in the group chat?
Oh no, that shit was funny too. Yo, there was this bum that I was going to work and he was like, all I got is bum gun hard dick. Why the fuck you staring at me?
Was somebody actually staring at him?
I'm not sure. You know when you're in the train station, you kind of just sit down and just look around and shit.
Right.
I just feel
That reminded me of some story like some dude, some old crackhead. He was trying to holler at some girl, and the girl dubbed him. And immediately after getting dubbed, this nigga go crazy. He was like, "That's why you ugly, you stupid ass bitch." I'm like, nigga, you was just trying to get with her. Like, what's going on? But what were you gonna say? Continue.
Alright, so in the gym or whatever, like this happens rather frequently, right? Like, you know when the
women stare at you.
What?
That's what it is, bro. Women look at you.
Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna talk about that, right? So the difference between women staring and gay people staring is like the funniest shit ever.
Gay people?
The difference between gay people and women.
Oh, like, you know when gay niggas is looking at you?
Oh, you definitely know. Like this is the difference. This is the difference. Right? You know
me.
when women look at you, they like you look at them, right? And then they like look away, and then they slowly look back. Yeah, but like they try to make it not hot, but
so subtle. It's clearly be a little subtle with it. Okay.
Gay people.
I feel like. I mean, I would do that too, low key.
Well, yeah,
like,
that's the
if I'm looking at a shorty that I'm attracted to, I'm like, oh, shit, she looked at me.
Yeah, right.
Like,
there's like a little mental game right there between two girls until you guys lock eyes.
Yeah.
Right? So gay people, what happens is that they just start staring. They wait until you stare. Like, you gonna look into their eyes.
Oh, shit.
And they gonna lock into your eyes until you decide to look away.
So what you telling me is that you gay?
No, I'm not.
Earlier you were staring right into my eyes, and I was the one who had to look away.
No, I was no.
I just put that out there. Before we started recording this episode, this mook.
It was a joke.
It was no joke.
It was a joke.
Alright, bro. Say what you will, bro. But we all.
Anyway, I was just saying, like, I respect gay people, right? Because like, if they want something, they gonna look at you, and you gonna know that they want you.
Oh, where?
100%. But I was at the gym, right? I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, I think I was doing pull-ups, and then like, you know, you can like stop.
Were you
doing
shirtless
pull-ups.
by any chance?
Why would I be shirtless at the gym working out?
I don't know, cause you got gay niggas staring at you like.
Nah, I had a tank top on.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah. So I was done doing pull-ups, right? And then this gay guy over there, he had to be gay, obviously.
But what you mean he had to be gay? Let's explain.
Bro, he was just staring at me straight. Head on. I was like, you know when you like kind of look after you get off and you kind of look around, and then this nigga just kept staring at me.
And he's still looking at you? Like you do like a whole 180 back to back, and then the nigga still staring at you?
It'd be mad weird too, cause like, you know how like if you're staring at me, right? Like, I'm gonna obviously look around and be like, oh, he's staring at me, let me just try to suddenly like look away.
Yeah.
And then you kind of look again and he's looking the same direction.
Still looking at you.
That same day.
Like, all I got is bubblegum and hard dick. Why you staring at me?
And that same day, the funniest shit was that was the day that I posted up that picture of me shirtless, and he just happened to leave at the same time, so we was in the locker room.
While you posing for this picture.
Yeah. Also, by the way, bro, I respect all the shit of females, bro. That took like 15 minutes to get a good angle, bro. That shit takes so long to get a good angle.
No way.
That shit takes so long to get a fucking good angle, son. And then he just kept staring at me like as I was leaving, and I was just like, oh.
So hold on, you stood in front of this mirror for 15 minutes?
More or less, getting an angle is difficult.
It's difficult.
Shit.
Okay, by any chance was this gay man looking at you for these 15 minutes? Like,
well, I was really focused on trying to get a good angle, but I did see him at the corner of my eye, like walking in and leaving.
Yeah.
So, and then I kind of caught eyes a couple of times just because I have it.
I think the funniest part to me is that you started taking these flicks. He walked in, And you were still taking these flicks when he came out, like.
Bro, that shit took a long time, bro. You get a good angle, bro. I have like 3-4 pictures that I kept. It's just like, which one do I post?
Which one? It'd be like that. You gotta have your couple. Did you delete a whole bunch though afterwards?
Yeah, sadly.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to take a quick picture. It was like, damn, this shit
takes too long. Like,
difficult.
A little hard, bro. I feel you. I know what it's like to work with your angles, and they're not always good.
And there was another one. I was taking the train.
There's another gay dude, another gay story?
A gay dude, yeah, another gay story.
Was this all in the same day?
No, I think this was a couple of days after. I think I was coming back from work, and you know the trains where like the old subways, the seats.
Yeah.
Where like you get like almost like the seat that has like the 2 on the side and then 2 coming out, so you kind of get in the corner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I always be in the corners because I can put my feet up, like take 3 seats, right? Yeah. And then like my body just happened to be like.
New York City shit. Completely
straight on to the guy. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to music, right? And I'm next to a window, right? And I'm like looking around, and then he's like completely starts to stare at me, and I'm like, God damn it, another one. And then, so then he keeps staring at me, and then like I kind of like it gets mad uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I like look at the window right next to me, like, see the reflection. I see the reflection of him looking at me.
Oh my God, bro. That's terrible.
That is terrible.
Like, imagine you not trying to look, but then when you look the other way, you still looking at him.
Yeah.
And he probably could tell that you still looking at him. So he'd probably be like, yeah.
Bro, that shit was from fucking 42nd Street all the way to 145th Street.
Damn, that's quite the train ride.
Of him just staring at me.
Oh, okay. Which train were you on? Like,
I was the A train. It was express from 59th to 125th.
Yeah. It's express.
Yeah, but you think about it, it's like 15 minutes of just staring.
Yeah. That's a little long time, and 15 minutes. Like, let's put this into perspective. If a woman is being stared by a guy for 15 minutes, they probably gonna get creeped out.
They gonna get creeped out. I finally feel for women because that shit happens to me all the time.
The gay people.
The gay people, that makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
They make you uncomfortable because they gay or because they staring?
Nah, just the stares.
I just want to catch you lacking saying some homophobic shit.
Why? We in the same podcast. If I can cancel me, the whole shit gets canceled. Like,
bro, because I know you won't say it. That's why.
Nah, but gay people are fun. Like,
what? Gay people are lit. They fun to be around. Like, I feel like definitely a different kind of energy. Like, especially when you hang around with those like overly expressive, gay people, where it's just they're like, I don't even know how to express it. Like, they just mad cool with it, and or not even like the feminine gay people. I feel like if anything, I fuck with even more than the masculine gay people. Just because I just like how open they are.
Yeah, I like the openness
about their sexuality, and I think a lot of the whole like those masculine gay people. Yeah. That they probably end up being like most guys and just shoving their feelings down, whatever. They'll still be gay or whatever, but they won't really be open about it because of for whatever reason.
Yeah, it makes you a more interesting person. Like the gay people are like usually more interesting because they've gone through more stuff and they have a different perspective on life too. Yeah. So like, and like what you said about the openness about it, like they're pretty fun to be around.
I also fuck with like feminine straight guys, like because I feel like that's pretty cool. Not a lot of guys really have like a more open mind to like how females are.
Where especially like when they rub on like their friends and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro. So you know. And I want to say like personally, I think maybe my brother might be like one of those feminine dudes, but. Not necessarily that he acts feminine, but he definitely like very socially aware and conscious of how he acts and like him being respectful towards women, making sure everything is all good.
Yeah, like people that are more like emotionally intelligent, like men that are
yeah. He's definitely a lot emotionally intelligent. Something that he loves to tell me is that women are emotionally intelligent, and if anything, they're more emotionally intelligent than men. Which makes sense. Yeah, like 100%. Like, man cannot even talk about emotions for shit.
Yeah, where I feel like guys, I feel like we're more logical in our way of thinking. Yeah. And like women are way more emotionally intelligent than us, so that shit clashes. That shit clashes all the time. It's like, bruh, what you mean? Why do I need to put effort or something?
Nah, I feel you, because I be having logic behind certain shit, and I'm just there like, how did you get here?
Yeah.
Like, and there's some emotion thought process to it, and I'm just there like after maybe it's explained to me, I'm just there like, oh, I see.
Yeah, but
that's not how I thought of
yeah.
it. Like, cause my head is strictly logic.
I feel like guys and girls, like if you put them like in a certain some type of like situation scenario,
Mm-hmm.
like they will both look at something completely different of the same thing, if that makes sense. Like like how they will solve a problem is two completely different ways, but they'll get into the same answer.
Okay.
I feel like.
Okay.
Like women would probably take the more emotional approach and like feel it out more or less.
Yeah.
And I feel like guys would take like action driven forward, like, you know what I mean.
But I also feel like, for some reason, I also feel like handling things with the way you feel is probably better.
I think so too.
Like than going about it.
Actually, I don't think that. I think a mixture of both.
Oh yeah, a good mixture of both is needed.
Yeah.
Cause you do have those overly emotional people that just like drag everything to a certain extreme, and it's just like, oh, you know, now we can't even talk.
Yeah, but put some logic in that shit too.
Yeah. So you gotta mix it up a little. Okay.
But always like men are always like to the extreme of the logical one, and they don't like stress their feelings. That's why niggas be like, "Why you a bitch?" Like, why you a bitch? Talking about emotions, like you.
Nah, literally though.
Bitch.
You know, whenever me and you be talking about anything, we just be like, a bitch, like, just a bitch, like, and not even to describe like women, but just like. Yeah, like people we don't even know how to talk about, like how we don't even know how we feel about them, but we know like there's something we dislike about them. Like the fuck, you bitch, bro. Like that's it, bro.
Bro, we use the term bitch so much, like it's not even about like the actual bitch.
It's
like,
not.
Yeah, bro, it's like so crazy.
But you know, you still gotta be cautious about who, like when you use it and who you use it around, because you gotta be respectful.
100%.
But speaking about men. Women, yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this. I hope you know where I'm going with this.
I think I do.
Time for the OF. OF. Come on, Lucas. What you got? Hit me with it.
Hit me with what?
With the OnlyFans combo, bro. You know what's combo.
No, how about you set it up when we talked about the day before?
What thing before?
When we brought up when you brought up the conversation with OnlyFans. Yeah. Go in detail.
Okay.
By the way, Daisy has that video I'm gonna send to you. That shit is funny as shit.
Really? Oh my god, I forgot to send it to me.
Not like she has a video of you. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it because out of context, that sounds wild. I think I know it.
I don't know what it is, but don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Because out of context, it clearly sounds wild. You know, I think we have already a pretty history with saying shit out of context.
Like the
first episode, like, boy.
Set up the whole combo.
Set up the combo.
Yeah.
So, I encourage women to do OnlyFans for sure. I'm a OnlyFans supporter. Like, if you a female and you do OnlyFans, good for you. I'm proud of you.
I can't believe you started out as like really serious. But keep going.
However, if I'm gonna be real, I cannot be with a female that do an OnlyFans. I know how contradictory that sounds because I literally just said I support you. But if we in a relationship, I'm sorry, I don't support you. Like, and as bad as that sound, like, the thing is, personally me, I do not feel comfortable with other people paying to watch, like, my significant other do shit.
That makes sense.
Like, that just feels weird. Like you idolizing my woman a little too much. You feel me? Like, if it's an Instagram post, okay, I don't care because these niggas get to see that shit for free. Like, it's not like they out here searching for this woman. You feel me? But now, if it's an OnlyFans and you paying for it, you searching for this. And that made me feel a little uncomfortable. Like, it's the fact that you really going out of your way to see, like, my girl, like, either naked or whatever the fuck it is that she's doing.
But from what you said in the beginning about, like, how you don't, like, you wouldn't let your significant other have OnlyFans. That kind of makes sense, though. Because, like, OnlyFans as an outside looking in, like, yeah, that's like a hustle. Like,
exactly. I fuck with any hustle, bro. Get your bread.
Especially, get your bread. That's what we trying to get in the end of the day. But like a significant other, I do feel you in that. It's just like I feel like most girls have a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And everybody has talents.
Yeah.
It's like really like out of like everything. Like if for my significant other, I would try to make her like think or like tell her like you have more talent,
more skill than just what your body gave you.
Yeah, exactly. Like use your mind. Your mind is more beautiful than your body.
Oh, that's how you really think?
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
I don't know. I think like episode 1 we talked about how you wouldn't date ugly bitches.
100% I want to date an ugly bitch. But this is why. If she's my significant other, she's not ugly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If she's already established as my significant other, you can be damn sure that she's not ugly.
She's not ugly. All right. What was the other thing I was gonna say? That although you say like, women have other talents, and of course they do. At the end of the day, what I was gonna tell you now was what my brother told me about how sex sells. Like, like when we had this conversation about OnlyFans, this man's literally just said like, sex sells, will always sell, and has always sold. Like, and if you think about it, and you can go into more in detail about what you were gonna say that you had told me, but like the statues, even like, these are sexualized things. Like, people see sex as beautiful, as art, even, and so, it's always going to sell. Yeah. Because there's always gonna be something that people look for, and there's always gonna be those people that want to see it. Yeah. And so like, when it comes to stuff like prostitution, strip club, pornography, all of that stuff is always gonna sell just because there's always gonna be people looking for that.
Yeah. So the point that I was gonna say about the whole statues and shit is that like, even like the Greek statues, any real statue that you see of the old thing, they're like almost admiring the naked body. It was a big thing back then, and it still is now. There's not a lot of statues out now, but it's kind of like the modern version of it would be like besides from the prostitution and all that, it would be like you see like the UFC girls, like the ring girls, like the Instagram models. Yeah, I mean every real like successful. I don't want to say successful, but like any mainstream thing, like Kim Kardashian is big thing, and like, you know, her body, like Kim Kardashian also like was like basically the reason, like she almost transformed the way that people want to make their bodies. Yeah, crazy. For sure. She was definitely one of the biggest influences of like the last 15 years, I want to say, last 10 years even. For most females. Yeah. And they probably don't even know it, to be honest. Honestly. But that's that thing that like the body, this like is always the body gonna be sexualized or admired, like in one way or another. Whether it's through statues or whether it's through magazines depicting girls with entire like Playboy. Tits. Playboy was really big. Like, and now it's just more like the actual person, like the OnlyFans, the Pornhub, or whatever. Exactly. But speaking about that, would you ever date a girl who got an OnlyFans? Like, I know you said she gotta be smart, but like, let's say hypothetically, if she you meet a shorty that already has an OnlyFans and this is her hustle, and you really like hit her off, you're not gonna date her because she got an OnlyFans? I'll have some questions. You gonna ask some questions? Yeah. Like what? Like I don't know. Like, are you trying to do this OnlyFans for a reason, or is just the OnlyFans like just your thing? You know what I mean? Like, if it's like temporary, like we talked about before. Like, if it's temporary, that like you want the OnlyFans to be temporary so that you can have enough funds or whatever to like do what you actually want to do. But like, if your only motivation to drive is to have an OnlyFans and be desired by a bunch of people, I don't like. I can't. That don't sit right with you. That don't sit right with me. I don't sit right with you. That your woman in her head thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna go please these other niggas. It's not even that. It's like, I feel like it's a little bit more deeper than that though. It's just like, technically, like, we're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. That means like all my attention is all the attention that I want is from you, and all the attention that you should want is from me. Okay. As far as that is concerned. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that brings me to another good point. Continue with what you were gonna say, so I can ask you the next question I was gonna say. Yeah. So about the whole attention thing, right? And like, I understand that like she's a girl, like she's gonna when she walks by, it's like people gonna look anyway, right? Facts. But like, the OnlyFans is like, that's what like that's your decision, if that makes sense. Absolutely. You can't 100%. Decide that everybody is going to look at you or not, but the OnlyFans is your decision. 100%. So you're consciously doing it. Yeah. So like, I'm going to have some questions like, do you like you have to have something else. Like, I'm an ambitious person. Yeah. Like, I want to have a bunch of shit going on. Like, if you only got OnlyFans or like even one thing, it doesn't even need to be OnlyFans. Tell us your priorities. Tell us, because you had mentioned this to me before. Oh yeah, my priority would be for both females. Yeah. You said if this woman don't have the same priorities as you, then it's probably not my woman. My woman probably got the same priorities as me, right? I was like, my priority is first to myself. The second priority is my ambitions and everything that I want to do in the future. Yeah. Third is my family, and fourth is you, and vice versa for the female.
Okay, that's valid. Honestly, I feel like that's a solid list of priorities and a realistic one at that.
Realistic.
Because I feel like people expect you to just put them above all else, like off rip. Not even off rip, but like even after like I feel like let's say you've been married for even 20, 30 years. Yeah. Yes, you should prioritize your wife, but like maybe not above all else. You know, there are other things that you should care about.
And your wife shouldn't prioritize you above all else. That's dangerous.
Right. I feel like that is dangerous.
Like if you dependent on one person to make you happy or like whatever, like that's real dangerous. That means if that person leaves by any chance, you gonna die. Like, or like you gonna be real fucked up. And also, a lot of people like get into the relations for so long, and then they kind of lose themselves. Mm-hmm. So like they will stay in a bad relationship just because they don't know how to live without one.
Shit, I feel like that's sadly true for a lot of people. Yeah. Like, there's way too many people who just get into relationships and stay in them for like a little too long without really trying to figure out stuff for themselves. Like, and then they just end up hopping back and forth between shit. I know way too many people who like literally have not been single for like 2 months. Like 2 months. You can't be single for 2 months.
Yeah, and that kind of is like a little bit like scary. It's just like you don't like being alone with yourself.
Yeah, bro.
Like you should like really love yourself. Like, cause
self-love.
If you don't love yourself, what's there to love?
Facts. Who gonna love you if you don't love yourself? Quote from Josue. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
But.
What was the question you gonna tell me?
Yeah. Okay, good thing you reminded me because I forgot. I was gonna say that. Fuck. Okay. How much do you feel like? How much input do you feel a significant other should have on a person's life? Like if you date, like you with your wife, how much input do you think she gets to like have and say on your life?
Expand on that.
Okay. Let's say. Okay. Damn. I'm trying to think. Fuck. Okay. Let's say there's a couple, right? A restaurant owner and cop.
Yeah.
The guy's the cop, the woman is the restaurant owner, and someday this cop gets shot.
Yeah.
All right. This man, he gets shot, and now she wants him to like quit being a cop.
Yeah.
If let's say that was your situation, something like that, what would you do? Like how do you feel like a significant other should have that much input in their life where they should just be like, nah, bro, like.
Well, the thing, I think that's a good example, but at the same time, like, you also have to, like what are your, like.
Right, I know. That's exactly why I asked you, because you said your priorities, 1, start with yourself, and 2, start with your ambition. So, literally, the first 2 things are, like, hard to.
Yeah, so about that thing is like I'm a cop, and I assume like if I'm not a cop, then where's the money gonna come in where we gonna have this house or this like established place?
You get something else, bro. You do something else. That's what she would want you to do, though.
Okay, so I would be a cop because we literally need the money, but I'll look for another thing in the meantime. Okay, like, so I'll do it eventually, but for the money, we need a house.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What I mean? But you feel like a significant other should have that much input in someone's life.
But that's a very specific.
Oh, very specific scenario. Yeah. Okay, but so then let's generalize it to: do you feel a significant other should have a say in like career choices? And certain life choices that you can think of, like that maybe some couples fight over.
You're gonna have to give me a clear example, but I guess generally, if I guess we're in the talking stage or whatever, and you tell me what your dreams are, or whatever, and I for some reason disapprove of them, that's whack. That's her dreams at the end of the day. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to do something.
Okay.
And vice versa.
Okay.
Like, if that's your dream, I'll just support you in it.
Alright, fine. So let's give you a more specific situation, because even though you're about to be like, that's too specific, but whatever. Yeah. Let's say your mother's sick.
Yeah.
Alright? She need a place to stay. You got a home with a loving wife.
Yeah.
Your wife don't want your mother in the house, but you want to keep your mother in the house. What you doing?
My mom gonna be in that house. Is my house, too. 100%.
Okay, and so she has no input in the...
That's my mother.
She get no input?
She don't get no input. Same way, if I for some reason hate her mother and she wants to bring her mother, she should by all means bring her mother. That's her mother.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're being fair about it. But you don't think
Also, why the hell did she hate my mother?
Like, well, I don't know, bro.
You know what I mean?
Some people just don't get along. What if your mom picked a fight with Shorty and you never knew about it? Like,
I didn't know about it.
But what if she has valid reason to hate your mother's guts and you just don't know?
If I don't know, then I would technically be on the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. But
I
feel like, but I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you give more, like kind of like the benefit of the doubt to your wife? I'm saying, like have more faith in her type shit. Like, if she's telling you she don't want your mother around, wouldn't it be more or less for a reason? Or you? Like,
I would tell her about it. It would have to be a really good fucking reason. We would have, I assume, a conversation about it.
Okay, but like you don't. Okay, at the end of the day, you don't feel like there's no leeway. Like at the end of the day, it's
not
like,
for
no
my mother,
woman,
no,
that's my woman. Like I don't care if she done killed your grandchild.
What you mean?
Your grandchild is probably your grandchild, but like
that's confusing the shit out of me.
But you know what I'm trying to say, like.
Nah. What about you? Would in that same position?
Nah, that's my mother.
Okay. I was thinking I'm crazy. I'm like,
my mother. The other day,
mother.
they asked this question in the group chat, and they was like, would you turn your mother in if they killed someone? Right? Well, first of all, would you do? You wouldn't do it, right?
No.
Right. So I said no unless she kills my wife or my kids. Like.
Kids, yeah. Wife, it depends what she did. If she somehow figured out that my wife cheated on me,
okay, that's a little different. But if she just killed my wife, like, for like no apparent real reason, like if my wife didn't harm me and she killed my wife, I'm gonna be tight, like.
I'm gonna be real tight.
Exactly, and then I'll turn her in, like, I'm gonna love you, mom, but you just killed my wife, like.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If it was somebody else, then no, like. Oh yeah, I would like if it was someone else. No, I wouldn't have turned it in, and that's what I said. Like, nah. But if it's my wife or kids, like, mama, you gotta go. Like, even though I know damn well that if I killed anybody, my mom is the first one to turn me in. She gonna be like,
that ass, you think so?
Absolutely. My mom do not fuck with that shit. 100%. She's not raised no criminal, so she just did like,
yeah.
911, my son is a killer, and you could come get him right now.
I think my mom will freak out and be like, "How we gonna hide this body?"
How we gonna hide this body?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really think my mom would just be like, "You gonna thug it out in jail, bro, because you a dumbass nigga for killing somebody when I never taught you how to do that shit." That's literally probably gonna be my mom's words. Like, you gonna be like, "You a dumbass nigga, bro, because I never taught you this shit."
Well, talking about around the same thing about relationships, let's talk about that conversation about would you still be friends with your brother's ex?
Oh, would you still be friends with your brother's ex? It's crazy because I was talking with my brother about this shit this morning as he was giving my little cut or whatever.
Yeah.
And he found it interesting that we have like that different of views. So like, I'm excited to talk about this. So I had told Lucas that I am friends with one of my brother's exes, which he found, I guess, a little weird in the beginning. And I was like, nah, it's not really weird to me. Like it's whatever.
I find it weird just because I just didn't grow up in that same mindset. Like, to me, that idea is just like really foreign to me.
I mean, I feel like most people too, because when I told my brother about it too, I feel like he probably agrees more with you.
Okay.
So I think it's just like my thing. It's not like I grew up into that mindset. I just happen to not think like anything of it, because it's just that like.
You didn't have anything.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't really.
Are you gonna explain why you feel it?
Okay, the reason is honestly just because if, like, and I'm putting this in very general terms. Like let's say even if you my friend, like if you my friend and some shorty break your heart, but me and that shorty are still cool, like actually just friends, then I'm not gonna stop being your friend just cause you broke my man's heart, like. Or whatever.
I have an extreme ass view right now.
You have an extreme?
I'm having an extreme ass view.
I just don't think I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair, bro. Because why are you choosing sides?
Okay, you done?
Like, yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like I could never be friends with my brother's ex after they broke it up. Like, cause to me, like, you know, that's like my family. That's my brother, right?
Yeah.
So like. Whatever ex, we grew up thinking this way, that if you have an ex, if you have a girlfriend, I'm strictly your man's brother, or that is my relationship to you, 100%.
Okay.
I'm not your friend. I'm your friend as long as you guys are together. The moment you guys split up, that's it. Communications cut off. That's it.
Okay, that's such a very extreme view. And I had a conversation about this with my best friend that had said that we talked about it, and I had just said like honestly it also depends on like how the relationship ended. Like if it was like let's say she cheated on him or some shit, then I probably won't talk to you. Like cause it's just they're like nah you just did something I'm not even cool with. Like
I just don't think like bro like if my brother
especially if let's say if my friend or my brother were to be the one at fault, I'm definitely not gonna stop being her friend. Like it's just like I just don't see it, bro. Like I just feel like it just enables a whole lot of bad energy to even do that shit, because then you just gonna be like, bro, it don't matter because I'm gonna have these niggas support or having my back anyways. Like no, you have to like at least have some people let you know when things are right and when things are wrong. Not necessarily like that don't mean like that your brother or friend is the one to fuck up.
What you mean? No, we can have that conversation, but like we ain't gonna talk about that girl. Like we can have the conversation like, oh, you fucked up here and there, but like I'm not gonna talk to the girl.
Why?
Because that's just I don't know. I guess like
if that was your actual friend, bro. Like
well,
that's what I'm saying though, because you never like at that point that just means you never even made the attempt to be her friend.
No, it did.
No, because like if the conditions are we're friends as long as like.
No, I'll be the coolest person.
So then that's not a friend though.
That is a friend.
Not really.
What you mean?
Let's define friends out here real quick, just for our audience.
Yeah.
What's a friend to you?
What you mean? A friend is a person that I give a fuck about, basically.
So you just gonna stop giving a fuck about her the moment?
I never said like if they're like my brothers are in a committed relationship right now, right? I hopefully they don't get mad for me saying this.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna throw it out there. I'm just saying like, let me remind you that you got
100%
brothers in relationships.
I thought about this before
really
we had the
cool
conversation. I had a whole mental conversation before this. But like they're my friends and I care about them. Like if they for some reason separate or whatever, I'm gonna feel for them. Like, you know, in my own way. I'm gonna go through that pain alone and then just cut off. There's no need. And say vice versa. If I'm cool with their family, them girls' family, like I would encourage them to cut me off, because that's not fair to the both of them in the relationship. They need their space by my own means, and I understand that. So like, you go your way, you go that way. Like that's it. It's over. So it's over.
But that doesn't mean that there's a connection there.
What you mean?
Because the connection is different. Because like the relationship I were to build, let's say with you my friend, right? Yeah. Let's say the relationship I were to build with you versus the relationship I were to build with like a significant other that you have that happens to actually become my friend, like to me like a genuine friend.
Yeah.
That is different at that point, because it's not like it's no longer a connection that I made through you. This is a connection I made with her.
I don't know, bro.
Like I like that. That's the only way I can stop being friends with someone, if it's like a connection that I made through you.
That makes sense, but I don't know. I can't like we just grew up in a way that is just like we have these relationships like at the end.
Okay, so let's say you met some shorty first, right? Let's say you met some shorty first, and then one of your brothers like starts being in a relationship with her, or one of your friends.
Wait, what you mean? Like if I have a friend.
Yeah, let's say okay, now you working right now, right? Let's say you have a friend that you make at work. Yeah. She's really cool. You start bringing her around your guy friends. Yeah. Right, just to hang out. You guys are literally just friends. Yeah. However, one of your guys, one of your boys in the group is they're like, yo, I'm gonna try to hit it off, whatever. They start talking. Yeah. And then at some point they start talking. They get together and they break up. What, you gonna stop talking to your coworker? Or being cool with your coworker?
I'm not gonna stop being cool with them, but I'm gonna be cordial with them. Like,
why? Even though technically you became friends with them before they got into that relationship.
I'll be cool with them.
Like that was your friend first.
Oh wait, you mean your friends? If my friend?
Yes, I'm saying you met this woman.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. But I wouldn't if I'm gonna hang out with my friend, right? I'm gonna ask him if it's cool if I bring Shorty around. Actually, to be honest, I wouldn't even just do that. I would just I'm gonna go chill with this nigga or whatever. Like, I just will hang out with her alone, and then the other nigga too. That's it.
Separately?
Separately, yeah.
Oh yeah, I would not bring them at the same time. I would not bring them around each other. Like it took me a minute to process that, but I would not do that. I would not do
Am
that.
I crazy, son? Like we gonna probably post this.
Post it. Put this shit in the comments, bro. How would you like? What was the question? Like, would you be friends with a sibling's ex or a friend's ex?
Yeah.
Put whatever how you feel. Throw it out there. Let me know how you feel.
We'll probably put this. Well, this might be an Instagram clip.
Hopefully.
So yeah, hopefully. So we just put that in the IG comments. We gonna figure out how these people are.
All right. Okay. I feel like most people would more align with what you're saying though, just because I like that loyalty thing.
Yeah.
However,
like I'm loyal to my brother first, and then, like I'm loyal to the people that I know first, 100%. That's what my way of thinking.
I don't know, but I feel like loyalty got no time for me. That's why. Like if I hit it off with you and you're somebody like a genuine person, like I'm loyal to my friends in general. Just like no matter when I met you.
Yeah, well, me and my
like
family,
I'm not gonna be more loyal to you than Ashley because I met Ashley 4 years ago and I met you almost 10 years ago. Like,
damn shit, no.
It's a little while to think about, right? I dragged it a little, but in 2 years it will be. So
no, I didn't drag it out that much to be honest. 2 years. But I guess growing up, like me, like my family, we thought we was like family first all the time. So we more or less like if you ever come around my family, you'll see how tight we are. Like it's kind of weirdly how tight we are.
Well,
so like
it kind of makes sense given that you guys lived together for a really long time. Like literally lived together for a really
there was 11
time,
people.
It's
Shout out to the family.
Shout out to the family.
There was 11 people in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh hell no, bro! I know niggas was sleeping on top of each other and shit, bro. Niggas had to be like in the car, sitting niggas on top of their legs and shit.
Oh
like.
yeah, when we would go on car rides, I was sitting on top of I think my mother's lap for like years.
It'd be like that.
We slowly moved out. I was the youngest by a lot. So like I think when we moved out, I might have been like 4 or 5, some shit, out of the 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
So I don't remember that much, but there was constant fights all around. Like I said this before, like to you, I think.
Like fights or like play fights.
Both. So basically,
okay, that's valid.
Everybody left that house with stitches because of the other person.
Okay.
Everybody that didn't get stitches had something broken by the other person.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have anything broken?
Yeah, my cousin. Yeah, my arm was broken. Remember that?
Ain't you 4 years old, bro?
What? No, this wasn't in that house. This was after. But this was when I was 9 or 8. Me and my brother, shout out Tico, you know what I mean? Me and my cousin. No, we all brothers, but whatever. So we were playing, I think he had popcorn and we in the Galeria in DR in the house. You know the stupid ass games that you just start playing, like just like he had popcorn, and so like I wanted it, and he was like nah, so we kind of just chased each other around. One of those stupid ass games. Yeah. So that's what was happening, right? So we did that, and I think we have those big ass gate doors, like for like to put in cars in DR. Yeah. Like the giant shit. Yeah. Right, you know. Mm-hmm. So to open, you can open it from one side, and you can also open it from the other side. Right? So I guess we were running around, and he was on the other side, and I think he was trying to close it while I was trying to open it. He didn't notice it. Oh. So I put my arm through, and like my arm, like it didn't hurt, which was I guess the adrenaline was just way too high. What it looked like, my arm was like bent. So I started screaming.
Painful.
So I started screaming. I started.
You were screaming because it looked painful.
I remember it not like almost like numb, but I knew it hurt a lot. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So then everybody was started screaming and shit. So we went to the hospital. We went to like a broken down shitty hospital in the barrio that we in. Mm-hmm. Bro, you know what they fucking did? They put a cardboard. They put 2 pieces of cardboard and like wrapped it around in tape.
Bro, that's so fucking ghetto, bro.
They did that.
That's so ghetto, bro. What doctor sends you outside with 2 cardboards and duct tape and we call it a day?
Yeah, obviously then we went to Santiago, to the actual real hospital, and I got drugged there. I'm pretty sure, cause like I was, they gave me something. I was like, and then I woke up. I think I had a cast in my arm, which is cool.
Nigga said cardboard and tape, bro. What is that shit? Did they give you an ice pack at least?
Ice pack, like
yeah, like the nurse, no?
Like the nurse,
the school nurse.
Nah,
no ice pack. Damn,
nah. That shit hurt.
That nurse be more generous. Like you remember when Jimmy cracked the skull? That nigga got an ice pack. Like
where he got an ice pack, but that don't even make sense. Why you should have an ice pack?
Anywho, since we've been speaking today a lot about relationships, reminds me of that question. I don't know if you got the chance to read it that I sent in the Instagram group chat.
I saw it, but I think you might have messed up on how you spelt it.
Nah.
You didn't?
Nah.
Okay, so say what it was.
It was, they asked this question in the group chat too. They had asked, would you rather leave someone or be left at the altar or leave someone?
Wait, when like getting married?
Yeah.
What do you mean, getting left at the altar or leave someone? What is the context of this?
There's no context, bro. It just means you're waiting. You're about to get married. Yeah. You're waiting for your significant other, and she never show up.
Okay, what do I do then? What the fuck?
Would you rather be the one that never shows up or the one that gets left standing there?
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand about the question. I was like, what the fuck you mean?
Fuck, you've never heard the phrase being left at the altar?
No.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah. So now you know.
I guess I'd rather be the one. I don't know, cause at that point, like my whole family's there and her family's there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Everybody's saying now, son. Except maybe her best friend who driving the whip to like the getaway car. Well, except whoever driving the getaway car.
Well, I know my family would just laugh at the fact that I left this bitch.
Oh wow.
Girl. Cut that out. Girl.
Say that again.
What?
I know that what? Say that again.
I know that my family would laugh, or like they will understand. Hopefully, I give a valid reason or why I left this girl at the altar.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So then you would rather leave someone at the altar?
I think, but then not really. Like, not like it's just as bad. Like
it's a hard ass question. However, I did not struggle to answer this question.
Okay.
At all. When they asked, I immediately answered, I'd rather be left.
Why?
Because I can handle shame a lot better than I can handle guilt.
Shit, that's damn.
Yeah, I can handle the shame of having to stand there and like being embarrassed because everybody's looking at me getting left a lot better than the guilt of putting her through that shame. Because at the end of the day, if I'm about to be married to you, I probably love you.
Yeah, there's no shame in loving someone.
Exactly. So that's why I wouldn't really care because it's like.
But at the same time, I felt like I didn't think about that, but now that you said it. If I'm leaving the girl, that means I don't love her. So like, I don't think I'll feel guilty.
But you still feel. I would still feel guilt to do that to any person because at the end of the day, they're going through that shame. I'm not feeling guilt because I love this person. I'm feeling guilt because I'm putting this person through mad shame.
He low key changing my mind now.
Cause it's just bro. Like that's tough, bro. And honestly, like I said, I'd rather be the one there because I personally feel like I handle shame a lot better than guilt. I do not have the best track record when it comes to guilt, bro. Like I feel like shit whenever I feel guilty. Like honestly, I cannot do it, bro. Shame, I don't give a fuck. The hell I shit my pants like every other year. Yes, we can leave that in there, Christian. I shit my pants every other year. That's fine. I own it.
I respect that.
Yeah, I let everybody make fun of it, and then when people be like, "Bro, you're not embarrassed," yeah, I'm embarrassed. I just don't care. Like she's like, "It don't make you feel bad that people laugh." I'm like, no, because people going to laugh, but. Like me personally, if I were to see someone like shitting themselves, I'm not laughing because it's something that happens to people. Like it's not like I choose to just shit myself.
Yeah.
So I
sounds like you do if it's like dead ass like every other year.
Yeah,
like, I have a specific day that you should.
I know. But like if it were to happen to someone else and I saw it, I'd be like, damn, I'm sorry that happened to you, man. Like. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't even feel bad or like push them away, nothing, because I definitely know what that's like.
But what about that guilt conversation? Wait, what do you mean by like you can't like you hate feeling guilty?
I can't do it. Like, I feel like first of all, the way I was raised, I was raised with such a like, kind of like such a moral high ground. Yeah. That whenever I step below it, I just feel like shit.
But like, I feel like it's good to feel guilty because I feel like.
Yeah, that's what keeps me in check.
That gives you in check.
But that's my point. I'm trying to avoid that because I know how I feel when I feel guilty. Like, that's the point of guilt. Like, so that you don't feel it.
Yeah. But if you learn from it, like, you know, I feel like you have to sometimes like feel what guilt is like. So
no, because I feel like guilt you only feel when it's a lesson you feel you shouldn't you like that you shouldn't have learned. No, like that you shouldn't have learned.
Like what?
Exactly. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is like when you let's say you make a mistake, you don't always regret it or feel guilt because you learned from it. You just they're like, okay, I'll do better next time.
Yeah, you learn from it.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, let's say in that sense, me and you, we both felt guilty when we forgot to shout out Christian and Ashley, even though they've been helping us a lot, right?
Yeah.
We felt that guilt, and so we learned from it. We make sure to give them the proper credit, because it doesn't feel good to feel guilty on top of that. Like
so
not only do they deserve it,
that's
but
a great example. For me, I was like, I really did we did really fuck up.
Yeah.
So I did feel guilty, but like because then I felt guilty, like I know like I will always be on check. Like I will always give credit where credit's due when it comes to this podcast.
100%. But what I'm
like,
trying to
say,
say,
make sure that's ingrained in my head.
Okay,
it wouldn't be that ingrained in my head if it didn't happen.
Okay,
that's why I'm saying
the
like,
guilt that I'm talking about is more of the guilt of like you can't learn from it. Like what are you learning from leaving a girl at the altar? Like what are you really learning by doing that? You know, it's just the guilt that you know you're hurting somebody. You know you're putting somebody through pain and shame, and like you're not gonna learn anything from it. You just know that it's probably not the best thing to do.
if in that scenario, like you've been thinking about leaving this girl at the altar for a long time.
Yeah, probably.
You just never
probably went through with it. Like
but you went through it for regret. I don't know how to say that word, but
regretting it.
Yeah, let's just say that word.
And at the end of the day, if you're thinking about this shit for a minute and you waited until like that moment to do it, to actually make that decision, bro.
But at the same time, you do learn that like next time you have to cut the time that you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So like, there's always a lesson that you can be like can be learned from anything.
Lesson can be learned. At the end of the day, guilt I still feel like feels a lot shittier than shame.
100%, I feel like.
Unless you feel shameful about your guilt, then on top of that, it just don't feel even worse. But I don't know. Like shame, I've always handled well, I guess, just because.
That's interesting to say that because I never really used to handle
shame that well. No, I feel like I don't know. I've gone through it enough. Yeah. To the point where it doesn't really bother me. Like when people think something of someone, I'm just there like, whatever. Like so many things are literally like whatever because. Yeah, because to feel shame, I guess you have to let it bother you. Yeah. Like that's my thing. Like
you have to let what people think of you.
Exactly. Like one of the things, like for example, like bullying is defined as like literally just hurting people. Like that's probably the most basic definition you could. Is a bully is someone who hurts people. Yeah. However, I've personally always said that a bully is not a bully until they've had an effect on you.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. Like me and you probably call me fat like 100 times in one day, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and I appreciate so much that you don't.
That's my point though. So this is like niggas probably put you through mad shame, and as long as you don't care, then what's the point? Like what's the
issue? And the sad thing about bully is that they're really just hurting themselves.
OD. That's why shout out to my man Ulysses. We going strong with the shout outs today. strong shout outs today.
That nigga can take a joke, bro.
Diablo facts, nigga.
Ulysses and Kenneth, another shout out. Kenneth, man, my
some
God.
Niggas that can take some jokes.
11th and 12th grade, bro. I don't know how you didn't shoot up the school, bro. I ain't gonna hold you like.
There's some niggas that can take some jokes, facts, and I've always admired Ulysses for it. Like, oh God, and I don't think I've ever really told him, but I have told it to a few people.
Oh, if he sees this podcast, he hit me up the other day talking about like good luck on this podcast.
Oh, where
so,
he did too.
So if he tunes in, then you know.
Yeah, I hope you watch this because this is real right here. What I'm saying. I had told a couple of other people like I really appreciate and admire like how much shit he can actually handle. Just like Jack too. Like
Jack.
Like some niggas that could take some crazy ass jokes and not really feel too offended.
Word.
What?
Nothing.
What's the problem? Why you?
No, I'm not. Trust me, you don't want to know what I'm thinking about. But
bro, come on, bro. So you don't want to know what I'm thinking about? When you fucked them in the ass, son?
Nigga, no.
That's shameful. That's a shameful experience. If you're not gay.
Do you know?
I'm asking.
No, I don't know. It's a shameful experience.
What
then.
you mean? Do I know? Am I supposed to know? Are you asking because you think Jack told me?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying how do you know it's so shameful?
Oh no, I mean if you're a straight man, I'm assuming it's shameful. Like
word that would be shameful. As a straight man.
Exactly. Imagine first of all, not only like okay, let's talk about this real quick. Like this is a little sidetrack. Right, let's say you're being raped as a man.
Yeah.
like realistically, if you a straight man, is it gonna be more shameful that you got raped by a woman or that you got raped by a gay man?
I think it'll be laughed at if you got raped by a woman.
Actually, I think they're equally as shameful. I take that completely back, bro, because I'll
let's
take
talk
that.
about rape. Yeah. Fuck. Well, we already.
Bro, we gonna have to put like a disclaimer. For like future episodes, bro. Like rape is a sensitive topic that somehow we just
only
touch upon every once in a while.
It's a good topic though. We'll flip it to a really good topic though. About a guy getting raped by a girl.
Future says that in that song that I told you to play 100 Shooters that he was saying. He says like that, I don't know. He said some shit about some girl trying to rape him or some shit, but that he didn't love her or whatever. Yeah. But how would you feel like
if I got raped by a girl?
Yeah.
If I got raped by a girl, I can't even like fathom even getting raped by a girl, to be honest. Not that it can't happen. It's just like I'm not sure how would I feel.
Yeah, no, honestly, me too. Just because
I think it would feel very like embarrassing, humiliating.
I like this is gonna sound real ignorant, and I know it is, but like it's true. It's true. Like I can't even deny it. Like when I walk in the streets, I don't really fear too much getting raped. Like, one, I'm a dude, so it's way less likely to happen. And two, I feel like it's a lot easier for me to protect myself than a female. Yeah, right. And so therefore, it's a lot harder to fathom this idea of being raped by a woman.
Yeah, you know, the crazy shit is like I've had some conversations with females, and they like literally think about getting raped like all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just like, wow,
that shit is wild. It's honestly wild, and it honestly pisses me off too.
Opened my eyes.
Yeah, it pisses me off too because like I'll see like videos, like awareness videos on social media and shit, and it'll just get me tight. Not the awareness videos, but the fact that these awareness videos have to be made. Yeah. Like that shit, like turns my blood, like it makes my blood boil. Like shit is so annoying, bro. Like I think the other day I recently just got TikTok. You know this, being you got TikTok the same fucking day. And one of the, as I'm scrolling through TikToks, one of the things I'm seeing some 97% shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this 97% shit? Yeah. So I look up this 97%. I find out what it is, and I'm like, yo, bro, this shit is. I cannot believe this is an actual statistic. Like this shit is dirty, bro. It's just like 97% of women get sexually assaulted, like or harassed in one way, shape, or form.
Bro, I think every female.
So some of the videos that I've seen on TikTok would be like, me feeling proud that I'm not a part of the 97%, and then it'll show like another clip and then saying like me finding out that like catcalling, like uncomfortable stares and all of that also counts as being part of the 97%. And
so I get sexually harassed like every other day. Well, every day.
I mean, yeah. But I feel like obviously, and then you know they have all those TikToks where it's just like not all men, and it's just they're like, yeah. I like the idea that is not all men, but I really like the emphasis that they put after they say that they're not all men. Yeah. Because it just really goes to show like yeah, it's logical, bro. Like, because you know a lot of the examples that they give is like not a lot of people break into cars, but you still lock your doors, right? Like, yeah. Not every house get robbed, but you still locking your doors at night, right? Like.
Where, bro, I was like the uncomfortable stairs thing. Like I always before I always used to think like that's uncomfortable stairs. That's not sexual harassment or whatever. Like you know the catcalling thing. But like ever since
I mean we had that conversation I believe once in Bailey's class that what I had the lightsaber I think I don't know if you remember.
I'm not sure.
Damn I forgot what it was.
Well, whatever. Let me finish this point so I don't want to sound crazy.
Okay.
Right. Go. So whatever. What was I saying before?
The sexual harassment? Yeah,
I used to never think that was considered sexual harassment. I really had to finish this point. Yeah. I never thought it was sexual harassment up until like I told you about like most girls always feel that insecurity of like somebody could do something to me. So like sometimes I think about every time a situation occurs to me on like my end, like an uncomfortable stare from any type of person, like gay or female. Yeah. And it's just like if I was a girl and this was happening to me, I'm uncomfortable as a guy just because it's kind of weird. Yeah. But like a female's uncomfortable because something could happen to them. Yeah. That is a thought that I never have. Right. But like I can see how that thought could come to you.
Exactly.
Because an uncomfortable state, like they gave you that.
Yeah, and it's uncomfortable regardless. Yeah. It could even be a stray dude, my man. Because I've had a stray dude staring at me in the train, and that shit is creepy as fuck. Like
I'm trying to get robbed, nigga.
Yeah, like I'm thinking either I'm about to get robbed, murked, some shit, like.
Yeah, like, and that's specific to a certain type of people.
Exactly.
But like to a girl, it's happening every time.
All the time, bro. Because you know, if I'm being real, most guys gonna stop to turn and look, like.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've always said, like I've talked about this with multiple people, is like me personally, if I see a guy on the street, like if a girl who looks good is walking in front of you.
Yeah.
And you so happen to be looking, okay, like, I guess, but don't violate either, you know, like, be respectful to some extent, like, mainly be respectful, like.
Let's keep it 100, you gonna look, right? 100%.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I've done it, yes, I've looked, but I tend to not to. I actually, 100% actually tend not to.
Oh, like, you, like, literally,
yes, I literally choose not to.
I respect it.
Like, I will look once just because, like, fucking instinct habit, Like, I'll just be like, oh, shit, I saw it, and that's it. I literally, like, even as I'm going upstairs, like, if I'm going up the stairs and there's a girl walking in front of me, I'll literally look up, higher up. Swear to God. I do not
you do have a long ass neck, you probably do.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't do it because I feel like it's rude. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels rude. Like, just the idea in my head that if I look for any longer than the one glimpse I had, it just feels like I'm sexualizing her, and I have a problem with that. Like, I would not want to feel like I'm sexualizing any woman with my eyes type shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's why I don't do it. Like, yes, I'll look, and that's why, like I said, I've had this conversation with multiple people. If you happen to look, fine, bro. Like, alright, whatever. If you break your neck for half a second to look, fine, bro. Like, every nigga gotta look, you gotta have that instinct, just like whatever. However, if you do this, and you stay here, for more than 2 seconds, and then, more than 1 second, nigga, I have a problem with you. And I've seen it, and it looks disgusting to me.
It does. Yeah.
It looks disgusting. Like, I've seen niggas really break their necks and stay like this as I'm walking past them. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, and then they'll eventually come back and see me, and I'm just there like, bro, I cannot believe you just did that. Like, that shit was so disgusting. But that be me. Like, that shit pisses me off personally. Like, I cannot stand niggas that be doing all of that. And like the cat calling and like getting close to a girl's ears to whisper something crazy, like, especially when she alone. Like, why you don't do it when you in front of your niggas, you fucking bozo?
They probably do it more if they do it in front of niggas. The niggas be edging the other niggas on, especially with the cat calling.
Well, sometimes if they're at a distance, yes, but if they're close, no, because any bitch will like certain women might just be like, fuck you, ew.
That's true.
And now they looking like bozos in front of them.
Yeah, but that's like a certain, like a guy could do that. A guy could feel shameful and like stop away from that. But then there's also the type of guys that would like be violent towards or aggressive.
Facts. Nah, 100%. So there's a lot of women that gotta be careful and pick and choose though. I definitely understand that. So
being a girl is tough. I'm not even a girl, bro. But damn, so I respect the shit at you for walking down the streets.
Being a girl, being a woman, that shit hard. You wanna know why? Not only do they gotta be scared every fucking day, but when they gotta give birth, they gotta be scared too. Like, every process for them is scary as fuck, bro. Every month, every day, every 9 months maybe. It depends on how often you having some kids. Like,
hopefully it's just a couple of times. But the whole thing about the pregnant thing is just like, if it hurts so much, why you keep doing it? You know what I mean? At the same time,
bro,
this is a joke by the way.
Love, bro. It's the love of that child, bro.
You know that after like the girl gets pregnant, her body forgets the pain.
Really?
That's why she can get pregnant again.
That's wild. Yeah, that's wild because
this is a fact. I think I got this from Cruz in health class. So if I'm wrong,
Cruz, he's quoting you too. So you better make sure this is a fact. Like Cruz, if this is wrong, I want to see your name comment and be like, I did not tell this man this shit. Like, like. I want to hear it.
I think we might have saw a video, so it might not have been Cruz, but I learned it in that class.
But I think that's pretty wild to think about. Because honestly, if I went to experience some kind of pain like that, I wouldn't.
I would never have kids.
No, never have kids.
Nah, bro.
Honestly, I think I'll live my life and die happy.
Bro, son,
kids, like,
you ever take a good shit, bro? That shit hurts.
Or you gotta tell me, you know I take my shit. Like,
imagine a child, bro.
Because I've had my painful couple of shits, and if I gotta do that shit, I don't give a fuck if your vagina more elastic than your anus. Like, not how we doing it. Like, that shit hurts. Shit hurts. But, you know, there's also some people that just push that shit out like nothing, and sometimes they about to fall on the floor.
Like the conversation that we had before is just...
So, you know, if you know, you
Shout
know.
out to Daisy, son.
Okay, now everyone knows, but if you know, you know, Daisy almost died. Like, at birth.
Yeah, but she's almost died like by the time. She's
Facts,
a survivor at the end of the
A
day.
survivor? You are a survivor.
Yeah, bro.
How many times you got car crash? Put it in the comments. 5 times? I think it's 5.
I think it's 5.
Put down in the comments. You feel me? I did more traction.
Content.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you about, but
We did
I
that.
can't quite remember.
We had the OnlyFans thing. I mean, we haven't talked about. I guess I actually don't even want to speak about the OnlyFans. The real conversation that we had about OnlyFans.
We had a real conversation about OnlyFans?
No, the conversation of you telling me that I should get an OnlyFans.
Oh, no. We're talking about it.
Oh my God.
We're talking about it.
Go off.
We talking about it.
Set it up.
Matter of fact, I lie, we not talking about it. We gonna talk about this shit next episode, but keep it in mind because we gonna talk about whether Lucas should get an OnlyFans or not. And I'm gonna have all y'all niggas definitely talking in the description. I mean, down in the comments saying that he should because Paul's no homo. My man's look good. And extra bread, why not?
Then you have to.
So let's just close it right now.
Outro.
I got this word from my brother. It's not a real word because I typed it up on Apple as a text and it was coming up with the red bar. Yeah. But my brother, I don't know if y'all ever seen this video. Probably not, but outroing. I love that word. I love that word because there's this one word that he's just there like, I am outroing. I'm outroing. And he just says that shit like 20 times. He's like, I'm outroing. Just because he was also doing this video with a friend of his.
Are you gonna wrap this? This because like
No, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is real short.
Alright.
And the podcast story.
Alright.
He was recording this video.
This is Bradley?
Yeah.
Shout out Bradley.
He was recording this video with a friend and like his friend kept like trying to get him to wrap up the freaking video.
Yeah. And
he's just like, I am outroing. And he like kept cutting her off. He's like, I'm outroing. Like, quiet, I'm outroing. And so, yes, this is my outro. This is our outro. We the Lunchtable Podcast. I hope you enjoyed the conversation that we had today, because I definitely did. I look forward to any comments, any topics that you guys would like to listen to.
We have a Twitter on the way. We'll set it up so you guys can send us our questions.
Facts. Retweeting anything. I would like to see some of that because you know I'm low key. Me and Lucas is low key not old heads, but we fake like what was it that Jimmy called them? The boomers.
We know he like shit, bro. We don't know about shit about social media.
Yo.
We got TikTok like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, bro. But we've been struggling with everything. Instagram, bro. I don't even use Facebook no more. Like, and so we struggling. We just starting out fresh, but you know what? We gonna get the hang of it, and as we get the hang of it, we would like to see you guys.
We gonna get better mics. We gonna get a better setup eventually.
Stay tuned.
Alright, stay tuned.
You gotta guys invest some time into us, bro, because you guys gonna love it.
Facts. Alright, tune in next week to catch another episode.
Peace.